You're now listening to the Engage the Rockies podcast, your go-to podcast for local and state issues concerning Colorado.
Hello, Colorado. This is your Engage the Rockies weekend review for the week of September 16th to the 20th. If you'd like the show notes with links to the stories we're covering today, please visit EngageTheRockies.com and sign up to our email. Every Monday, we'll send you the list of articles we covered on our Friday episode. From around the state, former President Donald Trump announced he will visit Aurora in Colorado and Springfield in Ohio in the not-too-distant future. "I'm going to Springfield and I'm going to Aurora," Trump said during a rally on Wednesday. The two cities have become focal points of the 2024 presidential election because of the national conversation surrounding immigration. Aurora took the spotlight during the debate following reports of a Venezuelan gang's activities in the city, with the former president blaming the Biden administration's border policies for the presence of Tren de Aragua, which originated in the Torrejon prison in the South American country, in some of America's urban centers, including in Metro Denver. Meanwhile, the Aurora Police Department has scheduled a press conference this Friday to provide an update about its investigation into a shooting in August at an apartment complex and a viral video showing armed men barging into a unit. The gang is linked to criminal activities that include human trafficking, especially immigrant women and girls, drug trafficking, kidnapping, and money laundering, among others. In Metro Denver, the gang's members have been accused of a jewelry heist, a beating, shootings, and barging into apartment units with rifles. Trump did not confirm a date for his visit to the cities. During the rally, the former president said it would happen in, quote, 2 weeks. Additionally, no details were provided about what such a visit would entail, whether it would be a political rally or some other event. A few days ago, Trump promised to execute the, quote, largest deportation in American history, which he said would begin in Aurora and Springfield. Moving on. Online voter registration in Colorado saw a significant increase following the presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump, according to the Secretary of State's office. More than 21,000 Coloradans either registered to vote for the first time or updated their voter registration on the day of the debate and in the days that followed. The day after the debate saw nearly 5,000 registrations and updates, and on September 12th, the day Meta launched its voter registration banner on Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, nearly 12,000 Coloradans registered or updated their registration. An additional 11,300 Coloradans registered or updated their registration on September 17th, which is National Voter Registration Day. As of September 19th, there were 3,906,892 Coloradans registered to vote. Of those, 26% are registered Democrats, 23.2% are registered Republicans, and 48.6% are unaffiliated. Moving on. The Pearl Fire remains active despite another day of battling by local departments. The wildfire, currently raging in Larimer County, remained at 128 acres with 5% containment Wednesday evening, the same size and containment percentage as Wednesday morning, despite 320 personnel working to battle the flames throughout the day, according to a press release from the Larimer County Sheriff's Office. Local crews commanded by the U.S. Forest Service focused on the north, east, and west sides of the perimeter Wednesday, the Sheriff's Office said. Crews attempted to construct hand and dozer lines, but the terrain was steep and there were many downed and dead trees. Air assets were also available but were grounded for most of the day due to high winds and heavy gusts in the area. Only one structure has been damaged so far. The structure was at the fire's point of origin on private property. The location has led investigators to believe that the fire was started by a human. Moving on. Authorities are investigating a suspicious package addressed to the Colorado Secretary of State's office. The package was sent with a return address to the, quote, U.S. Traitor Elimination Army, end quote, and contained a white powdery substance, according to the Secretary of State's office. Similar packages have been received by state election offices around the country this week. The package is being investigated by the FBI, U.S. Postal Inspection Service, and Colorado State Patrol. Preliminary investigations indicate that the white powder is harmless. Now in El Paso County news. A spate of threats to local schools has resulted in 2 arrests this week as school districts around Colorado Springs respond to concerned parents. Quote, over the last 2 weeks, We've received numerous hoaxes about school shootings in the area, end quote, said El Paso County Sheriff's Office spokesman Kurt Smith. Among them were schools in Colorado Springs School District 11, where district spokeswoman Jessica Wise said that the threats surfaced on social media platforms like TikTok, quickly spreading online. The threats, which included a generic list of schools that received Title I federal funding, were determined to be non-credible. Academy District 20 sent out communications to specific school communities. In a statement, a spokesperson said the district would not release those communications or locations. Quote, in certain school communities, rumors were more broadly shared than others, and in the interest of not further spreading these rumors, we are not going to share which school communities received additional district communication, end quote, the statement read. On Wednesday, the sheriff's office arrested 2 minors this week in connection to hoaxes at 2 different area schools in what Smith called, quote, threats related to each other, end quote. Those juveniles are facing charges in the incidents, according to the sheriff's office. Moving on, an international aerospace company seeking to collaborate with national defense agencies on surveillance and defense initiatives is considering Colorado Springs for a U.S. base. The Colorado Economic Development Commission on Thursday approved up to $759,034 in performance-based job growth incentive tax credits over an 8-year period to attract the company to the Springs. The unidentified company, assigned the code name Project Diamond, is described as, quote, a developer of a space surveillance system designed to offer predictive and robust space-based situational awareness services, end quote. The system utilizes, quote, a constellation of cost-efficient nanosatellites in low Earth orbit, end quote. If the company chooses Colorado Springs, it's expected to bring 61 new jobs at an average annual wage of $82,645, which is 130% of the average annual wage in El Paso County. The jobs would include software engineers, system engineers, business developers, and HR and finance roles. The company is also considering North Carolina, Texas, and California for its U.S. base. And lastly, national nonprofit Deployed Love is returning for another year of offering free photo sessions for the families of deployed military service members stationed at Fort Carson over the holidays. This is the 5th year the organization is offering complimentary holiday photo sessions conducted by professional volunteer photographers for military families undergoing a deployment. This year, Deployed Love says they aim to extend the tradition to over 40 families at Fort Carson on Saturday, October 5th, providing them with not only free portraits, but a collection of festive goodies contributed by local businesses. Individuals who are interested in volunteering, contributing items or food, or sponsoring events are encouraged to reach out via email at communicationmanager@deployedlove.org. Those are your top stories for the week of September 16th through the 20th. Please tune in each Friday for your weekend review from Engage the Rockies. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe for more great content. If you'd like the full articles from the stories we read today, sign up to our email list at engagetherockies.com, and we'll send you our show notes each week. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Engage the Rockies podcast, your go-to podcast for local and state issues concerning Colorado.